We built Save Our Startup and the SOS Vault because we understand the potential of AI. But one of the biggest problems I've seen, Tiggs has seen, is that when people open up a ChatGPT screen or a Claude screen, they don't know what to do. Like, quite frankly, it can be incredibly powerful, whatever tool you choose to work with. But if you don't know how to use it, it really doesn't matter because nothing gets done. And so the SOS Vault is really our answer to actually making AI useful for the small business owner and founder. We're not talking about, fancy, sparkly, diamondy, innovative technology. We're talking about using the power of innovation and leveraging AI to get things done for your small business or your startup. And so I'm going to walk you through quickly, maybe a 5-minute overview of what makes the Vault different, why you should become a founding member, and that's pretty much it. We're going to let the product speak for itself, and I hope you'll enjoy it. All right, let's go and do it. Okay. So every agent has a specific function. Amal is an email marketer. Asexia is the social media manager, and so on and so forth. There's always going to be 3 things, okay? The first thing is going to be their profile. The agent always has a profile. They have a backstory. They tell you exactly what they can do, okay? And the second thing is going to be a red print. And the third thing is going to be the interface. That's how you activate them internally on SOS. But I'll also show you the other method that is available to you as well as a Vault member, okay? So here you can see every agent has a profile because that's the backstory that makes us human. It also makes us good at our job, okay? The experience. Asexia, she has her story, her personality, her skill sets, from social media strategy to content creation to content planning and calendars, brand philosophies, DM sequences, brand development, you name it, she has it. And the key here is that all of these agents, we've used them on clients, businesses, brands. Literally, our goal was to recreate strategies and actual tasks that businesses and brands and startups pay thousands of dollars for, okay? Now, the reason why we spent so much time just actually being succinct about releasing these products is really because we wanted to make sure they actually work in a real life scenario, okay? It's one thing to just say, okay, that's a good idea. Let's get an agent to do that, or let's get a custom GPT to do that. It's another thing to use the custom GPT on actual brands, on actual businesses. And Asexia has been used to her fullest capability. She's created $1,000 strategies, upwards of $7,000 for brand philosophies and brand developments, to thousands of dollars to social media content calendars, social media strategies. Literally, she's worked for Fortune 48 CEOs. She's worked for top SaaS founders. She's worked for restaurateurs. You name it, she has done it. That was our goal, to make sure that she performs at such a high level that there's no reason why you need another platform. Just use Asexia. Now, if you're a social media manager or you're an agency owner, just imagine how much time and how much money you're saving by essentially, you're getting your time back because she can produce entire strategies. 2, if you have a team, you're arming your team with brand strategy or with AI that actually works without you having to teach them to become a prompt engineer. That means you can hire interns or VAs, give them the GPT and say, okay, use this prompt, which we provide, by the way, and now you have your strategy. Literally, for just the strategy, brands will pay upwards of $1,000. This is immediate ROI just from this one SOS agent, okay? Anyway, I could talk forever about how much we've used these agents, these GPTs, but what I want to do is show you behind the vault. So every agent has their profile, so you know exactly what they do. They've been tested, their actual data points in their knowledge base. This is more than just some random AI. We use them on real clients and real businesses, okay? Now, to solve the big problem, okay, this is one of the biggest problems when it comes to AI, okay, even if you are a business owner, and you're well immersed in what, your brand is and what your brand does, sometimes AI can just be a blank screen. The founder of Product Hunt said this just a few days ago. He said, "Man, I'm getting so tired of just looking at chat interfaces. It's getting really boring." Okay. And I agree. I said, yeah, me too. Like, we need to think about AI in a different way. Tiggs and I have been doing that for the past almost 2 years now. And like, I'm just so excited to show you behind the scenes. Okay. So every agent has a red print. The red print shows you exactly how to use the agent. Now, at the top of the screen, you'll see the custom GPTs. That's how we solve the problem for these ridiculous LTDs that sell you a dream. And then after you use them for, a few days, now you have to upgrade and pay for more credits. The credit and token problem with AI is a real thing, okay? So we've given you a chat GPT, a custom agent that operates on chat GPT. Again, we're not trying to compete with OpenAI. We're just trying to make AI useful for actual business owners, okay? Now, this is not just a generic GPT. It comes with a baked-in SoS operating system. The operating system allows you to traverse through roles, like different levels of that specific role, from your VA to your executive, without leaving the GPT. So there's no need to chain it to do a recursive loop, because it will do it in there if you want to be fancy, right? It also has universal snippets that allow you to leverage OpenAI's platform. And then let's just be honest, most people have access to ChatGPT, which means it has your history. And we'll talk more about why that's so important in another video. But the bottom line is it knows your business and your style. So it's going to be very adaptable. The final thing is that OpenAI, because they have the processing power and the bandwidth, they can really, this platform, ChatGPT, using our enhanced custom GPT, allows you to leverage bulk content creation, which is so important when you're trying to do more with less. Okay, so we'll show you how to use this in a minute, but I'm going to go back to the interface. Well, this is the red print. So method 1 is to use it unlimited on your own ChatGPT accounts, which is great. And then method 2 is using the internal SoS interface, which is also great. So you have options, in short. Then, of course, we wanted to solve the problem with staring at a blank screen, because it's not useful if you don't know how to use it. And so we created a red print for every agent, which shows you in detail, like how to use the agent, what are key functionalities, the core use cases, the example tasks, the basic prompts, because let's face it, you don't always need a super prompt, right? Sometimes you just need a post, right? And then, of course, the advanced prompts that really take your use of AI to the next level. So we've included that in every red print. And in addition to that, to even further solve or account for the fact that sometimes we just don't know what to do with AI, right? We've created already prompts that are created and tested multiple times so that you don't have to worry about doing the work. Here, every prompt is specifically developed to the agent so that it can produce things quicker, that you can actually get to the finish line quicker, or send to your VA, or schedule posts faster. And I'm going to show you how that works, okay? Now, here, after you look at the red print, you have all the prompts, you can just go straight off and go to ChatGPT, or you can go to the interface, okay? Now, the interface, you can activate their interface, which is internal to the Vault, right? And the interface already has built-in prompts, and then we also have use cases that you'll be able to, it's so much fun, and there's so much power in that, in terms of the case studies that actually yield like generative results, right? So not only did we explain the case study, but we allowed you to recreate it, and developed specific guided functions so that you just answer a few questions and get the same result that we spent hours, sometimes even days, doing for our clients, okay? and you just have to answer 2 to 3 questions and you get the same result. So that's a lot of fun. Okay, anyway, here you go. This is every agent has an interface internal to SOS. You can use them on ChatGPT, but you can also use them on the platform itself. Now, one of the things that we were just dead set on is, again, let's not stare at a blank chat screen, right? So here we've already incorporated the prompts that you can use to get a quick result, okay? And so with every prompt, all you have to do is change the variables or add any custom variables to just basically tell Asexia like what you need, right? And so what I'm going to do here is I will ask Asexia to create a five-part story-driven content series that relates to a specific avatar, okay? And what I'm going to do is say, I'm just going to add here, we will be promoting an event, a wellness company, and that also has annual hosts, okay, annual retreats in Costa Rica. Now, the thing is, the more you enhance a prompt, the more specific you are, the better the results because it's tailored to you. But literally, that was just like one sentence, and everybody knows about their business or their client's business because that's our jobs to know what we're promoting. And so basically, I just told it, hey, I want 5 posts. Basically, I just didn't have to become a prompt engineer. I just copied the prompt, told it what I'm promoting, and then it's going to use the format that we've already baked into this GPT, okay? And then I'm going to say, I don't even have to do anything else actually because it's already done. So I'm just going to click go. And what Asexia is going to do is she's going to analyze the prompt, okay? She's going to run her recursive loop. She is going to see the best practices, search Google, do all the large language model things that she's supposed to do, okay? And while she says certain things about that, then she's going to generate a PDF for you. And you're going to walk away with a 5-part story-driven content series. So you don't have to sit down and figure it all out. You don't have to wonder if this is going to work. You just have the content already done for the week. Now, the other thing that I want to show you while we're waiting for her to give us the PDF is I'm going to show you how she functions as well on ChatGPT. Now, say, for example, this is why we've chosen to go this route, is because if you wanted a content calendar, 30-day content calendar, or maybe you want a blue ocean brand strategy, which is very powerful, okay? We've used this on famous actors, famous like billboard artists. Literally, we've developed custom GPTs for our clients, and we've also used Asexia to learn what are the best practices to develop these content strategies. And a blue ocean strategy is a really great way to help your clients, okay? So literally, when you go to Asexia or yourself, you're going to click on Create a Blue Ocean Strategy, Growth Strategy, okay? And it's going to go through our programming here. It's going to tell us, hey, this is I'll ask a few questions, blah, 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 blah. And sometimes you have time to answer the 5 questions, right? So, but all I'm going to do is say, hey, I'm creating this for my client who owns a wellness company that creates, that hosts annual retreats in Costa Rica. Costa Rica. We want to promote the annual retreat for the next 90 days. Can you create a blue ocean strategy for me? So I can submit it to the client for review. Company's name is Organic Wellness. Let's see. We'll just give it an actual name. Okay. Akash Organic Wellness. Okay, so this is really important to understand because it's adaptable, which means that ChatGPT or the OpenAI platform allows you to provide a robust strategy because it's using the platform's bandwidth, processing power, etc., right? And we've already built in this strategy for you. And so what it's going to do is basically it's going to generate the blue ocean growth strategy, okay? And then here you can also say, create me a 90-day calendar as well. Okay. And so now what we're doing is we're getting the brand philosophy or the blue ocean strategy. So this is the concept. You can put this in a Gamma or in a Google spreadsheet or in a Google presentation, and you can send that off to the client, right? And then what you can do is ask it, hey, can you create the 90-day content calendar for me? Okay. And so now what you can do is not only do you send the client a proposal for the growth strategy specific to their brand and what they want to promote, but now you can also generate a preview of what the next 90 days will look like so you can get the client's perspective. And one of the powers of SOS is also the universal snippets. So, and we've outlined all the universal snippets for you so that you can use them at will, but I'm going to give you an example, okay? So one of the things that we found very helpful is a contrarian strategy, so looking from a different perspective. And so we can tell Asexia, hey, this is great, but can you also provide a contrarian perspective for the client? The reason we want to do this is because, especially when you're at the beginning stages, you always want to have a different angle, and the contrarian perspective allows you to explore these different angles with the client without you having to spend much time reprompting or doing any of this stuff. Asexia and leveraging large language models and our SOS agents allows you the power of scalability. This is exactly why you're seeing one-person companies, because you can do things now from beginning to end in just a few minutes if you know through experience what you're looking for. And that's what this is, the power that it gives you. Then you can just copy and paste this or keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. That's the power of using these custom GPTs in ChatGPT. Okay, so that's the way you can use them in ChatGPT. And remember, we have an email marketer, we have a brand strategist, we have a SEO strategist as well. We should show you, you're going to see some of these strategies here in the use case section, and it's going to blow your mind. But we're not going to go over that today. We're going to go back to the internal interface. And now you'll see that Asexia has created that 5-part story-driven content series, okay? And I'm going to click on this so you can see that now you have the 5-part wellness journey content series, okay? From burnout to bliss, your path to Costa Rica transformation, okay? And now here you have the post, right? It's hook and identify the pain point, right? And so now you have exactly what you need. You can start scheduling this out. You can go into the other agent, which Tiggs did a video on, which is Pixie, to start creating super prompts or images for these posts. And now you have all the content for the next week. Literally, it will take you less time than it took you to watch this video to create content for the week that's ultra customized to your business or your client's business. That's the power of SOS. And we're even doing some really cool things. And I'm going to show you that before we leave, because you're going to, honestly, the goal of the vault is really to go deep. It's to show you that, hey, the possibilities in terms of like how much time you get back or how much you're arming your staff with the power of AI without you having to train them to become engineers is incredible by just getting access to the vault as a founding member. So the other thing that we are doing is taking all of our case studies in terms of our generations and our work with our clients and putting them in here with you. So this is an example of Hollywood's, who is our video producer or director, okay? Podcast director, video producer, video director. She basically can organize your podcast or your video production in very succinct ways. And there's so many iterations of these possibilities, right? So what we're doing is actually giving you real use cases. And again, you get to follow along in ChatGPT using our guided previous streams, or you can just do it in the SOS interface by simply creating the strategy. I told you about this earlier. You essentially write the type of local business and who the client is, and then generate the PDF, and you're done. So we've made things super simple for our founding members, and there's a lot more on the roadmap. The point is, the Vault is here to help you get things done with yourself, your business, your startup, or your clients. The ROI is immediately there for you. And the bottom line is the reason why we want to extend this offer to founding members is because we want to help you solve your specific use cases with AI. We really are working to carve out the future so that we're not sitting here staring at a blank screen, missing the opportunity to leverage quantum computing power. So that's that. I hope we got through this as quick as possible, but now you see behind the scenes of what's inside the vault. Remember, the LTD is live now. You can click on the link below to become a member. Literally, just click on the link, check out, and now you have access to the SOS Vault at a one-time, pay once, use forever. No credit top-ups, no token purchases. Literally, you get to wear the badge, become a member of the Vault. We'll see you on the other side. Peace.